Okay, the next case we have is Bonnie Carrasco versus Samuel Strader. And y'all had a request to take this off the YouTube? Is that correct?
I,
Miss-
I did, Your Honor. But
Okay.
if it's gonna obstruct procedure, then we can proceed.
No, I just need to know the reason.
The reason is invasion of privacy.
Okay, because Texas courts are considered public.
Okay, well, if anybody wants to obtain public record to these proceedings, they can do so, but they don't need YouTube to do it. Am I right?
Buckle up, guys. Today we're going to witness one of the most bizarre courtroom battles you'll ever see. It all begins with a mother who loaned her son $10,000, only to watch him twist and turn to avoid paying it back. The narrator sets the stage with sharp sarcasm, mixing in a sponsor message before launching us straight into the drama. This intro lays down the stakes, the absurdity, and the promise that things are only going to get wilder.
See, because we're doing it over the video
Oh,
and not
okay.
in a courtroom, we have to have some way to make it public. And so that's what they came up with, was to just put it on YouTube. It's not being recorded.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I understand that, but not really, but that's fine. We can proceed.
Okay. Let's see, Ms. Carrasco, let me, and Mr. Strader, let me swear y'all in. Do each of you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Strader as well?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, Ms. Carrasco, I've been through the evidence that y'all submitted and the petition, and I know this concerns a loan that was made on November 6th of 2023. And the contention you're making is that it was a loan.
Yes.
And you've been trying to collect on that loan.
Yes.
When was the first time that you, if you can recall, as I said, that loan was in November of 23. When was the first time that you made an effort to try to collect on that or talk to your son about collection on that?
In February.
In February of 24? Okay.
Yes.
And
also, Your Honor, I'd like to point out that any reference to my medical condition should be stricken from the record. He had no business admitting it. He is not a trained psychologist.
right, that's not relevant. It's not
Correct.
relevant. So that was in February.
Yes.
And what other efforts did you make besides the
Well, I can tell you this. 2 days after we filed the court almost a year ago, he came into my house intoxicated with George Ferguson and said, "Meet me at the bank." 2 days after he was served.
After he was served? Okay, because
Yes.
this was filed on March 21st of 24.
Yeah,
So
he came in, and once the constable served him, he arrived at my house, said, "Meet me at the bank," said a F word to George Ferguson, and said, "Meet me at the bank tomorrow. You sent the police to my house." The day after he was served.
the day, okay, and what happened then?
I said, "I don't need to go to the bank. You're intoxicated." You said, "F you to George." There's evidence that said we can have a civilized conversation. I said, "Go in my bank," because he banks, Your Honor, where I bank, and deposit the money or make a payment plan. I also, on July 10th, Your Honor, I know there's a lot of evidence. I offered him a settlement
I read that.
of 150 to 100 a week. He works for the city of Austin, making $62,000 a year plus, and took another $10,000 loan that he showed me on his phone to use as, quote, a cushion, Your Honor. A cushion.
Here's where the courtroom tension starts to boil. The son makes his first desperate move, objecting to the entire case being shown on YouTube. He claims it's an invasion of privacy, while his mother throws a cutting insult about what kind of son he is. The judge calmly explains that court is public record, and YouTube is just a modern-day gallery. It's the first sign of how outmatched the son is in both logic and composure.
His finances are his own business. He didn't accept the settlement. That I know that happened.
Correct.
But
Now, if you look at Sunday, February 18th,
mhm.
I need 250 by the 1st. I'm fat effing broke. I apologize for my language in advance.
Mhm.
You agreed to make a payment plan and I haven't seen your payment. So what is your plan? You also see have Aaron or Paula call me at the bank because he banks where I bank, Your Honor.
Mhm. Mhm.
By the way, this is Sammy. This is business. He says this is extortion. This is him talking to his own mother.
Is that filed in the exhibits that you sent?
Yes.
Which one is that in?
By the way, this is extortion. It's February 18th to Saturday, March 23rd at 4:16 p.m.
Well, it's first you sent in that plaintiff's exhibit packet, and then you sent in plaintiff's account history and loan and security agreement. And
Right.
that bunch of evidence. Do you know where it is?
What do you mean?
Those what you're quoting from, the extortion statement. In which of those exhibits is it in?
It is dated Saturday, March 23rd at 4:16.
I just don't.
It's a text message.
Right. I'm just not. I don't remember reading that part.
I can show it to you. It's right here, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
Can you see it?
Oh, okay. Okay. See, I just don't remember. Okay. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see where it says this is extortion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And that was February 18th?
March 23rd.
Oh, that was March 23rd. Okay. Go
Yep.
ahead.
This exhibit, Your Honor. Can you see it, Your Honor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go ahead.
Can you see what he's saying?
Yes. Now that one I saw.
Can you read that for the court, please? And on the record?
Oh, it's in there. It's in the.
I'm going to nominate you for Mother of the Year. No arrest in 13 years. Wow, it's really amazing how much you want to help your mom, who gave you 10 grand. Let me emphasize the word gave, Your Honor, with all due respect. The bank gave me a loan. Gave does not constitute, the word gave in legal terms does not constitute gift.
Right. Okay. Go ahead.
So will you accept half or not? Do you see that, Your Honor?
Uh-huh.
If it's not a loan, why is he accepting half?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because the burden is on me, or the burden is on him to disprove it.
Now the case takes real form. Both are sworn in, and the mother lays out the facts. She loaned her son money in late 2023 and tried to collect months later. What follows is a jaw-dropping story of him showing up drunk after being served and demanding a meeting at the bank. The court hears about threats, insults, and avoidance. The contrast is sharp, the mother presenting calmly, the son already exposed as reckless and defensive.
See this text message, Your Honor?
Yes, yes.
That's coercion. No arrest in 13 years. He did a background check on his own mother when he's a convicted felon.
Well, we're just talking about the nature of the loan right now.
Correct. You see this, Your Honor? He banks where I bank. I called my bank. They said, you don't need to go into the bank with Sammy because frankly, he scares me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to see his face during this. I'm a nervous wreck.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
said, "Yeah, call him or Aaron, call me because he banks where I bank and
Uh-huh.
you don't even need to be here. We'll put the money in the bank." He did not.
Okay.
And P.S.
Okay.
Ask him why he borrowed 10 grand. Ask him how much he spent on his wedding. Because I know.
Well, we're
And
just,
I believe, Your Honor, with all due respect, this should now become a community debt should I win the case.
The spotlight shifts to finances, and the absurdity deepens. The mother reveals she offered her son a reasonable payment plan, but he refused despite earning over $60,000 a year. Even worse, he flaunts a separate $10,000 loan he calls his cushion. The sheer irresponsibility is staggering. It paints a clear picture. Instead of honoring his debt, he's stacking loans like trophies, and the mother's patience is visibly running thin.
no, it's what it was at the time of the making. Not
Okay. You see this exhibit, Your Honor?
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to do this out of the goodness of my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Really?
Okay.
Another admission. You see this exhibit? I told you, pay house, buy house, give back, or pay bills. Now, if defendant offered me 10 grand, Your Honor, I apologize for shouting. You see how bad I'm shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I say, oh no, Sammy, I don't want your 10 grand? That's an outright lie.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you have no case. This is his arrogance.
Mm-hmm.
We're just about done here. You see this exhibit? I'm willing to have a civilized conversation about this without your bodyguard. That was George. When he walked in and said, fuck you to George.
Mm-hmm.
You see this? You are a psycho narcissistic. Read that, Your Honor. With all due respect, you're going to talk this way to your mother who let you live here and walk out of my house with $15,000.
Okay, we're just going to talk about the
I
loan.
understand.
We're not going to talk about the tenor of his other statements, just the loan.
Again, Your Honor, at the bottom, I am willing to pay half.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Again, Your Honor, show his arrogance. Your first mistake is thinking you can tell me what to do. Do you see it?
See, that's what I don't want to hear stuff like that right now. I just want to hear about the nature of the loan.
Okay. Well, I think I've submitted enough evidence. Do you have any questions for me, Your Honor?
No, not at this time.
Thank you.
But you are requesting return of the $10,000. That's what you're asking me
I'm
for.
willing to settle the case right now today for $5,000.
If he wants to do that for $5,000.
Yep, that's giving him half. Oh, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
That he's taunting me. Free legal advice is nice. Who does that to their own mother, Your Honor?
This is where evidence explodes onto the scene. The mother pulls out text messages where her son accuses her of extortion. The words are read directly into the record, and the tension in the courtroom spikes. You can almost feel the embarrassment radiating from the son as his own words betray him. The judge takes it in calmly, but to the outside eye, this moment cements how self-destructive the son's defense really is.
I know it's irrelevant, but not to me. Do you realize what that's done to me? Look, I'm shaking.
Okay, try to relax. Okay, just try to relax. Mr. Mr. Schrader, she says she'll settle for 5,000 right now.
Yeah, I hear her.
Ted, again.
Is she going to unmute or is she going to mute?
Yeah, let's talk to Mr. Schrader right now, Ms. Carrasco.
Sure.
Go ahead, Mr. Schrader.
I'll be happy to answer any direct questions, but my testimony has not changed.
Well,
This was never a loan. I mean, if you want some background, I can give it to you.
well, first I want to know if you accept the offer.
No.
5,000. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Do you have any questions, direct questions for me, or do you just want me to do what she just did and tell you the whole story?
I just want to know the kind of the presumption in law is that it is a loan. You
By
need to
whose
establish it was a
standards?
gift. That's the legal,
I mean, how has this been proven a loan thus far?
because she is indicated that it's a loan. She says it was a
Okay.
loan.
Okay, but it's my word against hers, right?
Well, that's why I'm saying the legal presumption is that it is not a gift. And you need to tell me how it is a gift.
Okay, because she told me to keep it on the phone, which is on record with Consumer Cellular, which unfortunately you can't subpoena phone calls because this is not Law and Order. This is not TV.
Right.
However, that's how it went down. $10,000 to a guy like me is life-changing money. And she also left out the part where she had a house picked out on Oak Alley right around the corner from her house for $450,000. And I quickly assessed the situation and said, there's no way possible that you can buy a house in Austin, Texas for $450,000 with $10,000 down. So I said, we're not buying a house. I'm 53 years old. I'm not hitching myself to a mortgage. And it's impossible to do with only $10,000. So I can either pay off some bills with this or I can give it back. She said, keep it. It's a gift. She was happy. She was living her life. She was doing her thing. She was spending money all over the place. And I was happy for her. I was like, well, maybe it'll stick. And it didn't. So, I mean, if you read the evidence that I submitted, the letter that I wrote to the court, it's almost verbatim. You don't have to remember anything when you're not lying. This is actually what happened. And then right after that, she said, don't tell Ben. Ben is my brother. He's a very successful family court lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, don't tell him. And I said, well, that's no problem. We never talk.
Mm-hmm.
What does she do 2 weeks later? She tells Ben. Ben goes ballistic because he's entitled, he's selfish, and he's greedy. He says, where's my 10 grand? And if he was here today, if he was sworn to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, he would admit to that statement. Now, why would he make that statement? Why would he say, where's my 10 grand?
Well,
If it was a loan, why would he say, where's my 10 grand?
we're getting into hearsay here. So let's just talk about things that we know about.
This whole case is hearsay, Your Honor. This whole case is hearsay.
No, statements that the parties make are not hearsay.
Is there a contract with my signature on it, agreeing to terms of a loan or to agreeing to making payments?
Here comes a mix of sarcasm and desperation. The son mocks his mother, saying he should nominate her for Mother of the Year, while trying to twist the money into a so-called gift. The judge steps in with cold legal reality. In Texas, money handed over is presumed a loan unless proven otherwise. It's a pivotal turning point. The son's arrogance clashes head-on with the hard rules of law.
And the only reason I agreed to half is because I thought she had borrowed that money to give to me. But no, she didn't. It was cash money. Now, if she'd come to me in the beginning and said, look, I made a mistake. I don't have $80,000 at the end of the year like I told you. I need that money back. Can you help me out? Yeah, no problem. I got your back. But she started threatening and wanting to sue. And all this came right on the coattails of telling my brother what she told me not to do. She wants to please him. This whole thing is about him. As soon as she told him and he got upset, then it became a loan. All of a sudden, it's a loan. Oh, I want the money. I told Ben you were going to pay me back. I said, why did you tell him that? I'm not paying you. That money's gone. I used it to pay off some things and to put a little cushion in the bank for myself and to be comfortable. Like I said, $10,000, Your Honor, is life-changing money to blue-collar workers, to guys like me. This thing is all about her winning. She wants to win. That's all it's about. It's not about the money. She's not broke. She doesn't need it. She's retired. She's bored. She's depressed. I'm not going to get into any more of that, but I'm shaking too. You just can't see it.
Mhm. Okay, anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right. Miss Carrasco, you're the plaintiff, so you get the last word.
Ben's testimony is hearsay, Your Honor. There's no proof of that.
Well, it's not hearsay, ma'am, because he's a party.
Excuse me?
It's not hearsay because he's a party. You guys are using legal words you don't know the meaning of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing.
Well, you saw the evidence. He agreed to pay it back or give it back, and he borrowed 10 grand, and he makes 62,000 a year at the city of Austin.
I never borrowed anything from you. Admit the truth.
Mr. Strader, this is her turn to talk.
You lived with me, Sammy, for a year and walked out of here with 15 grand. I never charged you.
Ms. Carrasco, you address your words to the court.
Okay. He lived here, Your Honor, and walked out with 15,000. I never charged him. I helped him get a job. I helped him open a bank account at UFC where I bank. I helped him buy a car.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I begged Mr. B to give him a job at Circle K where he could save all his money. Can he hear me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He immediately started drinking, smoking weed, spending all his money 2 months after getting out of prison. So I can't control that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. All right.
And I would like to apologize to the court for the vulgarity, but this is a highly volatile case, and I don't want Sammy anywhere on my property in the future.
Emotions spill over as the mother shakes while recounting her son's attacks. She reveals he even ran a background check on her while being a convicted felon himself. The drama peaks when she calls out his lavish wedding spending, claiming repayment should be a community debt. It's raw, it's personal, and it's messy. Watching this, you realize this case isn't just about money. It's about betrayal, dignity, and a fractured family bond in open court.
Okay, we have certainly understand that's okay. People get emotional. All right. Well, based on the evidence presented, I find that the plaintiff has established a cause of action for $10,000. I will enter a judgment on her behalf for $10,000 plus court cost. Each party does have at least 15 days to file a motion for new trial and 22 days to appeal. Any
Your
questions
Honor,
about?
Your Honor, can I ask you a simple question?
No.
Where is the evidence that this was ever? Where is my signature on anything? Where is there a payment
Mr.
plan?
Strader,
Where? How has this been proven?
if you want to appeal, please feel
I will be
free.
appealing. I promise you that.
Excellent.
Your Honor, I have
We will
one question.
a copy of the judgment out at the conclusion of this hearing. and the appeal bond is set at $20,000.
What is an appeal bond?
And if you need an indigency affidavit because you cannot afford the appeal bond, that will be provided as well.
What
You
is
can
an
use it.
appeal bond?
That's what you put up for the appeal so that you
I
can.
mean, I don't understand. What do you mean? What I put up for the appeal? Am I going to jail?
No, you can visit with the civil clerks if you have questions about the procedures. Thank you very much to both parties for appearing today.
Your Honor, I just have I have one last question. Since I've won this judgment, I'm entitled to a writ of garnishment, correct?
Not until it's final. It's not final
Okay.
yet because he has to appeal.
Right.
Your Honor, I thought the only thing in the state of Texas that could be garnished was child support and taxes.
That's not true. You guys really need to talk to lawyers about this stuff, okay? You really do. I cannot give you legal advice because I'm.
It's on Google. It's on Google.
The final stretch is pure chaos. The mother shows more exhibits, shouting that she's shaking, while the son fires back with arrogance and insults. She reads his cruel words, and the judge has to cut through the noise, steering everyone back to the nature of the loan. It's heated, emotional, and impossible to look away. And that wraps this insane showdown. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.
No, it's not, but it ought to have some facts.
It may have something, but you could be very easily misled by what you read. Okay?
So what if I refuse to pay? I will never pay her a dime. I will never pay her a dime. This is a fiasco. I do not owe her this money. I never asked to borrow this money, and I will never, ever give her a dime.
Thank you for appearing today, and I hope you have a...
Department, the reason I'm stopping you is failure to come to a complete stop at the stop sign.
Oh, I thought I did. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Is this your license and registration?
I no longer use a license. I only have my passport that I use. I'm a state national, so I no longer have to abide by the corporation's rules, and I have my documentation for that.
Okay.
Those were previous citations that were dismissed by Judge Crone.
Yeah, this doesn't show me anything of why you don't have to have a driver's license, though.
I'm a state national, so I'm exempt from the problem or what you guys do. I'm exempt from the.
Usually, you have a card on you that states that they give you that you're exemplary.
Yeah, they haven't sent it to me yet, but I have filed all the paperwork and it's been in place for 6 years.
It's been in place for what?
6 years.
And you don't have, if it's been in place for 6 years, you don't have the prior one?
They didn't send it to me yet.
In the whole entire 6 years, you've never had anything?
You know how our federal government works, so...
So what do you provide for documentation wherever you go? You only provide...
Yes, ma'am.
You should have been at least issued an identification card. Even if you don't have a driver's license,
No,
you should have a
because the
Florida ID.
identification card again abides by your rules, leaning ownership of my vehicles, of myself to you. And I'm no longer a part of the corporation, so I'm exempt. So what we're doing here is illegal as far as me, because I no longer participate in the extortion of the police department.
Are you stating you're a sovereign citizen?
I'm not state national.
State national.
I'm not sovereign. I'm a state national.
Okay.
I'm a part of the Republic of the United States. No longer a part of the corporation.
Yup, you're a sovereign citizen, even if you call yourself a state national, because there's no real difference other than one eats crayons for breakfast and the other eats Elmer's glue.
Where do you reside at?
I reside in Naples, Florida.
Where exactly?
Here in Naples.
I know, but I need to know so I can issue you a citation. I need to know your address.
You don't have to issue me a citation.
We still have to follow the rules that everybody else follows.
No, ma'am, I do not. I do not. That's why I always get it excused. Every
You don't
time.
have any documentation on
Nope.
you stating that, so you're not
No,
exempt.
I am exempt. Believe me, you'll get a bond from me that goes directly towards you, that fines you for every minute that you're holding me here. There is no crime that's committed. You can only detain me if there's a crime committed.
Ma'am, you are legally have to follow
There's no
if you're
injured party.
if you're
There's no
operating
injured
a
party,
motor
honey.
vehicle in Florida.
No, no.
You still have to follow
No,
the
I don't.
regulations.
No, I don't. See, you guys are extorting money from us. See, the problem is you're violating my Fourth Amendment right.
No, I'm actually not, ma'am.
Yes, you are. I can go through it with you, doll.
Okay.
I have it all
You
here.
stand by for me.
10-4, vehicle versus a pole. There is airbag deployment in the northbound lane.
Hey, Nicole.
Sarge, do you have a minute?
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay, so I'm on a traffic stop with a woman who's stating she's not a sovereign citizen, but she's a citizen. And
Here's more documentation from the judge.
okay, can you repeat again what you just told me?
I'm a state traveler. I'm a state national. I have the right to travel freely. I'm not encumbered by any of your laws or regulations.
Stating
Yeah.
stating she doesn't have to have a driver's license. She can run the stop sign, do
travel in
everything,
common law.
and that she travels through common law. And
If she fails to produce identification or a driver's license, she can be
I
arrested.
did produce my.
she gave me her passport, but she says she doesn't have a driver's license. She doesn't need a driver's license. She doesn't have
She
one for
doesn't have
6
a, if
years.
she doesn't have a driver's license, just like anyone else, she can be arrested for not having a driver's license.
No state shall
Okay.
convert
Thanks,
my.
Sarge.
I'll send you back up.
It's
Okay,
a God-given
thanks.
right.
All right, bye.
It's a God-given right. You guys are extorting money from us. It's a God-given right. Murdoch versus Pennsylvania. It's a God-given right. We're the supreme law of
Ma'am,
the
do you have your
land.
registration for the vehicle?
I don't have registration with me now. I don't have to provide it. I am.
Ma'am, you do. You're driving a
No,
vehicle
ma'am. I am
on the road.
common law. I
I
it is not a
understand your
privilege. It's a
common
right.
law.
It's a God-given right for me to be
Yeah.
able to travel.